Where are all the aliens? The universe is so vast. There were so many planetas. But if that is the case, why are we the only life forms we have encountered? As physicist Enrico Fermi so eloquently put it, but where is everybody? And for that astonishing revelation, the discrepancy between how common alien life should be and how much we've actually observed has been named the Fermi Paradox, of which one of the most well-known implications is the Great Filter. The idea that there is an almost insurmountable hurdle life must overcome to advance. Maybe life itself is too hard to develop, or maybe multicellular life is too rare, or maybe it's sapient life that's too improbable. But whatever it is, since we haven't seen any other life at all, it's likely that we've already jumped over that hurdle. And as long as it's behind us, well, there's nothing to worry about. It's in front of us. The Rookoo 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 postulate is a postulate created by three scientists, Kim Rookoo, Carl Rookoo, and HST Rookoo. Contrary to what folklore, lore tales, common talk, hearsay, the liberal media, and other japeous individuals may lead you to believe, these three scientists are not related. In order to understand how they came to decipher the Rookoo 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 postulate, one must learn each of the Rookoo's stories. Kim Rookoo. Even if you don't know about the Rookoo 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 postulate, you may have already heard of Kim Rookoo, because in 1978, Kim Rookoo discovered the Rookoo solid, a name which will haunt anyone who took AP brainworms in high school. But don't worry, the Rookoo solid has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Kim Rookoo was a professor of brainworms at the University of American Samoa. And while many have heard of her contributions to the field of brainworms, I haven't seen anyone talking about her connection to the Samoan Mafia. As it turns out, the entire Samoan Mafia decided to enroll in Kim Rookoo's brainworms class. Eventually, Rookoo figured this out, and she arranged a meeting with her Mafia-affiliated students at a local Specs to get to the bottom of the situation. So she drove there. Carl Rookoo. Carl Rookoo, sometimes called Carl Benz, was a German engineer known for inventing the automobile. As it so happens, he was also a staunch and radical prohibitionist. In his retirement, he decided to move to American Samoa. When asked about this decision by the press, he said he wanted to go enjoy the sun and the beaches and the landscape. But his real goal was to plant the first seed of American prohibitionism in that very territory. And his first course of action was to go to his local Specs, where he announced to the entire store that they must repent and give up all alcoholic beverages in their possession, or else he would activate the hundreds of bombs he placed in the floorboards. However, a few individuals, drunk as balls, did not take very kindly to Carl Rookoo's speech, so they chased him out of the store. And what Carl Rookoo saw when he stepped out, well, let's just say, it was yowzalicious. HST Rookoo. Oh man, I am so drunk and addicted. I have a repulsing alcoholism ever since I lost my job at the University of America's Samoa. Oh dear, I am all out of alcohols. My imaginary friends and Bumblo. Whatever wild we do, Bumblo.
You should go to the local Specs and eat the alcohol there.
That is such a wonderful idea, Bumblo. You are my best friend in the whole wide world. Respects. It's hers. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait to drink my alcohol, dear. I seem to have fallen away to the ground. Help me and my gonery friend Bumblo. Help me, please, sir. Oh, I am caged, so helpless and on the floor. When Kim Rookoo's car hit HST Rookoo, Carl Rookoo noticed something splendiferous. Even though Kim was driving in the direction of the specks, HST did not get knocked in that direction. Instead, HST's body flew in the opposite direction. It seemed as if he was being magnetically repelled by the liquor store. Upon seeing this, Carl, Kim, and the Samoan Mafia all shouted in unison, "Yawaz!" For 10 years, Carl Rookoo and Kim Rookoo worked day and night to investigate this phenomenon. They found out that Carl Rookoo's pure, soul-bound hatred for alcohol caused every car in existence to behave strangely. Anyone hit by a car is knocked in the opposite direction of the nearest alcohol store. Through much experimentation, Kim and Carl calculated that the trajectory of that person is in the exact opposite direction from the center of mass of that alcohol store. So they thought, what if that person was in the exact center of mass of the alcohol store? Where would they go? And the calculations were harrowing. The Rookoo 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 Postulate. If the center of mass of the person is the same as the center of mass of the alcohol store at the instant they are hit by the car, every part of their body tries to go in different directions at once. At that exact point in time, this creates a hideous polyhedron with an infinite Montague radius, transforming the person into a Brad hole, and not just any Brad hole, but one big enough to destroy the entire solar system. One indistinguishable from a regular black hole. Then the Rookoos realized. All those black holes out there, every single one of them, they were each a separate alien society. One which developed alcohol stores and automobiles, and eventually, in every single one of those societies, someone drove into a person in the exact center of an alcohol store. This is the Great Filter. This is the solution to Enrico Fermi's question. This is the Rookoo 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 Postulate.